Being the only child is probably one of the best and worst experiences you could have when you're a kid. Because when you're an only child, you could get everything you want, but you still feel lonely and you want to have siblings that care about you. Because, it's fun when you're a kid playing with your mom, but you see kids outside playing, with their siblings and you wish that was you with them, and it shows that siblings are very important in your life, and no one likes to be alone, Nobody likes that. It's not fun, especially when you're a child, and when you're an only child, you always ask your parents, or maybe it was me, maybe it was you too, to adopt someone. Adopt someone so we could have somebody to, um, play with, be with, and not feel so alone, you know? And that's one of the worst things about being an only child. You don't really get any siblings, and your kids are not gonna have any uncles or aunts that are blood related, Maybe your best friends could be their uncles and aunts, but you want someone that's blood related, and that low key hurts, 'cause it's kind of like, well, sometimes it might be, what's the point of having a kid if they're not even gonna have aunts and uncles to, enjoy it? Or maybe you gone through maybe people making fun of you, people saying that since you're spoiled because you're an only child, and that's happened before, and it's not 'cause you're spoiled. There's no one to share anything with. There's no one that your parents can, buy stuff for, and that's different. And yeah, it hurts because you don't want to be called a brat just because, you know, you they because you get everything you want, And everyone's story is different. And maybe you haven't, maybe you have it. It all depends on who you are and how you grew up. It's not fun being called a brat because you're not really a brat. There's just really no one to share or enjoy time with, And when you're a child, playing all alone, and well, you saw, you know, people or kids playing with their siblings, or even if siblings don't get along, like I have some friends and they have siblings and they don't really get along as brothers and sisters, but they're still there no matter what. They're still gonna be there for you, and you can always be really close to them no matter what they say or what they do or how they make you feel, and that's a good thing, sometimes a bad thing. And well, it's not really a bad thing. It's always a good thing to have your siblings around, but you always feel like you're missing something. Like, I wish it was me, or I wish things would have been done differently, but that's how it is being an only child. You get used to being alone, being in the loneliness, which being alone's not bad, but it sometimes when you're alone, you feel lonely, and feeling lonely is a whole another thing on its own, and it's not fun. It's really not fun being all alone and being lonely all the time. It takes away a lot, like you want to be with someone, you want to play with someone, you want to have someone there, and you don't want to be, I guess, bullied or humiliated by the other kids, 'cause well, that's not fun. That's not who you are as a person. But being an only child is not for the weak either. I'm not saying having siblings is easier, because I guess it's not, you fight over stuff, but being an only child it teaches you how to live your life basically being alone without nobody to really call for help for, Because if you had an older brother or an older sister, or if you were the older sister or the older brother, you could guide your little brothers, your little sisters in a, in a path. And if you do have siblings, then that's okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. But as an only child, you always wish you had someone that you could be that someone could guide you no matter what happens and all that. But sometimes it's not like that, and well, that's okay. So I guess being an only child has its perks and not its sad moments, but overall it teaches you a lot of lessons, just like it would with being a sibling. But that's the reality of being an only child.